Hi, welcome! Today we are going to talk about Warhammer 40k, but Magic the Gathering Commander set. We are going to look at the Tyranid Swarm, and this is a live unboxing I did on Twitch, so yeah, edit a little bit, but we are going to keep it kind of like it is, nice and loose. I'm going to shout out to a patron of mine today, and Octave Villar, you are the one chosen today. Thank you so much for being a patron of DiCEYGUY, and down below if you want to be a patron too. Anyways, let's go, let's command this. Hello, welcome to the stream. Tyranid Swarm, green, blue, red is the deck today we are going to open in Magic the Gathering Universes Beyond, and we are going to try to get through this without my voice breaking. I still are a little frog in the throat and stuff like that, but that's okay, I think, and I'm basically going now and telling everybody I'm live, planning, having a schedule, you know, being at the same time every day. Pro streamer, not me. In the series Tyranid Swarm, red and blue and green, Warhammer 40k, and I have to say I've been extremely pleased with what I have seen so far. It's amazing. All the things inside this is just amazeballs. It's so beautiful, and I just looking so much forward to it. Just the cards, and I do think if you are playing them in a contained environment of just playing Warhammer 40k commander decks pre-constructed, you will have so much fun with this. And my goal right now is to not break them up and play them as this, and hopefully have 3 other friends I can play this with. And you know, sharing my decks with whatever the people want to play, and that's going to be good. Anyways, we are going to read what's all about it. In the grim darkness of the far future, there's only Magic the Gathering Commander. I know, I already did that joke. But anyways, choose your army and overcome the both friend and foe of Warhammer 40k. Comes into definitive multiplayer Magic the format. Join the Tyranid hive mind and devour your opponents with massive monsters. Yeah! That grow bigger. Yeah! As you consume all who dares resist you. The Tyranids. Nice. The Tyranids are the monstrous Xenos race from the farthest reaches of the galaxy. Their ultimate parasitic predator, and every other species in the galaxy is their prey. Yum yum yum. As they swarm, carve a swath through the endless worlds, it becomes increasingly unclear if they are ever truly defeated. They never are. This deck contains 100 cards with 42 new cards, which is amazing. That's just amazing. Foil-edged display commander, 10 double-sided token cards, and you have a dex box, a life wheel, strategy inside, and reference cards. Let's open it up. So this is last time you will see it in pristine condition. And there we are, it's broken. It's open and it's ready to rock and roll, baby. Okay. So this is how you see this side, and you can pop out these tokens and use them as a game piece for some variants. If you want to be reminded of stuff, you will find the deck inside here. It will pop out nicely, like so. This is the life wheel they are talking about. One side goes to 19, I think. No, it's going to 20, and the other side goes to 21, and then you have to flip it, and you can, yeah, use that as a life counter. You have 40 lives, so now you know that. What more do we want to see before we go into the main thing? Oh, I took it from the wrong side. Okay, so this is the deck box. It's actually a good deck box. It fills up 100 cards in it, so you will not have room for your tokens, which kind of suck, but it will contain your whole deck sleeved, and you want to have sleeved cards, just saying. Then we go into this leaflet and just look at this a little bit. I'm going to read a little bit about it and just see how it feels. Playing the deck Tyranid Swarm. The Tyranid hive fleet hunger is inexhaustible. It constantly evolves, swarming from planet to planet, stripping each of the biomasses and repurposing it to material into the Tyranids. Yeah, so this is the whole thing, and it tells you a little bit the two different commanders you can choose from. But we are going to read why are the Tyranids red, green, and blue aligned? The Tyranids are unstoppable force of instinct and ferocity. Two highly green traits. They answer to primal will with a hive mind, following the basis of impulses to greed that can only be red aligned. Finally, the psychic of a hive mind, absolute control over great broods, and mechanicos, what's that word, of the gene stealer cults, add a splash of blue for these killing machines. So yeah, you have a human Tyranid wizard in Magnus Lucia Kane, and you have the Swarm Lord at the helm. Okay, and you can also read a little bit backstory for the Swarm Lord and for Magnus Lucia Kane. Very beautiful art. But yeah. Well, I'm trying to save my voice as much as I can. So let's get into the cards, and I'm going to try to do a little bit closer. Let's see if we can get it to be a little bit closer so it's easier for everyone to see what's inside here. Okay, so you will have these two, and inside this one you will find the commander in edge foil, and you will find tokens which are used when you are producing, extra stuff. In commander you actually have just one of each card except basic lands and tokens. So this is the Swarm Lord, and it's a little bit thicker than normal, and this is like it's a beautiful art, and you can see all about it here. Okay, we're going to read about it, but we are going to open it up in the other one, and we will go look at it there. Tyranids are token creature Tyranid 1/1s. Okay, and that's all on one side. On the other side, we get Tyranid Gargoyle. It's a flying 1/1. And we have also a Tyranid that's a 5/5. Tyranid Warrior, that's a trample 3/3. And that's all the tokens. Okay, so that was fast and furious. Interesting that you have one thing that's called Tyranid Hair, and you have a Tyranid Hair, and this is a Tyranid just 5/5, and then you have one that's 1/1, and they have the same name and creature type and everything. So that's kind of something interesting about those. Okay, now into this, and this should contain 100 cards, and what you want to do is find your commander and put that aside, and then have all the 99 cards in a deck, and the commander is always in the command zone, so it's kind of in your extra zone for you that will always be playable if you have the mana to cast it. Okay, so this is the normal card for the commander, and you can see the difference in thickness here. So what you want to use is up to you, I guess. But this is the card, and this is you can use as the other version if you want to play a little bit different style of this one. You use this one as your commander and use the same deck, and you will put him in as a 99, but this one I want to use him as attended, so this is going to be the boss, and everything else is going to be used as the 99 in the deck. Anyways, let's see. The Swarm Lord costs 6, a green, a blue, and a red legendary creature Tyranid. It's a 5/5 rapid regeneration. The Swarm Lord enters the battlefield with 2 1/1+ counters on it for each time you have cast it from your commander from the command zone this game. Xenos Cunning. Whenever a creature you control with a counter on it dies, draw a card. Okay. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of synergies are inside this deck. Okay, move along. Then we have Magus, Lucia Kane, costing 4. 1 generic, a green, a blue, and a red. Legendary creature, human, Tyranid Wizard. It's a 1/1. Spiritual Leader. At the beginning of combat, on your turn, put a +1/1 counter on target creature. Okay. And Psychic Stimulus. Tap and add 2 colors. When you next cast a spell with X in its mana cost or activate ability with X in its activation cost this turn, copy that spell or ability. You may choose new targets for the copy. Wow, okay, that's interesting. Gene Stealer Patriarch, costing 4 and a 1 blue. Creature Tyranid, 4/4. Gene Stealer's Kiss. Whenever Gene Stealer's Patriarch attacks, put an infection counter on target creature defending player controls. Okay, interesting. So infection counter is -1/-1 counter. Children of the Cult. When a creature with infection counter on it dies, you create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a Tyranid in addition to its other types. Okay, nice. It's a 4/4. Exocrine. X, 2 and a red. It's a creature Tyranid, 2/2. Ravenous. This creature enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is 5 or more, draw a card when it enters. Okay. Bioplasmic Barrage. When Exocrine enters the battlefield, it deals X damage to each creature and each player and each other creature. Okay, so you actually want to be sure to have like 5 to mess around with to use that. And I already can see, using this Psychic Stimulus with this X cost, that's going to be interesting, because then you are doing those things 2 times. But let's move along. The Red Terror, costing 3 and a red. Legendary creature Tyranid is a 4/3. Advanced species. When a red source you control deals damage to 1 or more permanents and or players, put a +1/1 counter on the Red Terror. Awesome. Screamer Killer. 4 and a red. Creature Tyranid, trample. 5/5. Bioplasmic Scream. Whenever you cast a creature spell with mana value 5 or greater, Screamer deals 5 damage to any target. Very nice. Oh my god. Biophagus, costing 1 and a green. Creature, human Tyranid Wizard. 1/3. Genopic Enhancements, I think it's called. Tap. Add 1 mana of any color. If this mana is spent to cast a creature spell, that creature enters the battlefield with additional +1/+1 counter on it. Bone Scrapes. 2 and a green. Artifact Equipment. Whenever equipped creature attacks, put 4 +1/+1 counters on it. Wow. Equipped cost 3. Broadlord. X, a 3 and a green. Creature Tyranid is a 3/3. Ravenous. This creature enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. Effect is 5 or more, draw a card. Broad Telepathy. When Broadlord enters the battlefield, distribute X +1% counters among any number of other target creatures you control. Wait, what? Wow. Oh my god. Okay. Clamavius. 4 and a green. Creature, human Tyranid, Artificer. It's a 3/3. Proclamator Hailer. Each creature you control gets +1/+1 for each +1/+1 counter on it. Oh yeah. Harupex. 3 and a green. Creature Tyranid, Rapacious Hunger. It's a 2/2. Whenever another creature dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Hercupes. And Devouring Monster. Tap, remove X +1/+1 counters of Hercupes to add X mana of any one color. Woo! Hierophant Bjuhr, costing 10 and 2 green, is a 12-12 Tyranid. Jesus. Fenced Metabolism. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may remove any number of +1/+1 counters from among any number of creatures you control. This spell costs 2 less to cast for each counter removed this way. Okay. Vigilance, Reach Ward 2, and has Titanic. Hierophant Bjuhr can't be blocked by a creature with 2 or less power. Woohoo! So no chump blocks. Hormagaunt Horde, X and a green. Creature, Tyranid, as a 1/1. Ravenous, so if it comes to play with +1/+1 counters, and if it's more than 5 of them, draw a card. Endless Swarm. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 2 and a green. If you do, return this one from your graveyard to your hand. Very nice. Lictor, costing 3 and a green. It's a Tyranid, 3/3, has flash. When Lictor enters the battlefield, if a creature entered the battlefield under an opponent's control this turn, create a 3/3 green Tyranid warrior creature with token with trample. So yeah, it's having flash, so you can play it on other people's turns. Nexus is a 1 and a green. Creatures, Humanid, Tyranid, Advisor. It's a 2/2, Strategic Coordinator. Basic lands you control have tap, add 2 colorless, spend this mana only to cost that contain a X. That's good. So you have the opportunity, you have a forest, you have the opportunity to choose a forest or to choose 2 colorless, but then you can use it only for a X spell. So it doesn't turn off the forest, it just gives it more things it can do. Old One Eye, 5 and a green. Legendary creature, Tyranid. It's a 6/6 trample. Other creatures you control have trample. When Old One Eye enters battlefield, create a 5/5 green Tyranid creature token. Okay? But fast healing. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, you may discard 2 cards. If you do, return Old Eye from your graveyard to your hand. Very nice. Sporochist. X and a X and a green. So you have to fill them up even. So if you have 2 mana, you put 1 there and 1 there, you know. So that this is, yeah. To get it up to 5 there, you have to have 10 mana laying around and a green. Ravenous, this creature enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is 5 or more. Draw a card when it enters. Defender. Spore Chimney. When Sporchist enters the battlefield, search your library for up to X basic land cards. Ooh. Put them into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Wow. More is more. Oh my god, this one is amazing. Just for 3 mana you get 1. If you have, you know, when you start to get more mana, this will be insane. Termagant Swarm, costing X and a green. Creature, Tyranid, it's a 0/0. Yeah, it's Ravenous, so 5 or more +1/+1, and you will draw a card. Death Frenzy, when Termagant Swarm dies, create a number of 1/1 green Tyranid creature tokens equal to Termagant Swarm's power. Okay. Then we have Tervigon. It's a X, a 1, and a green. Creature Tyranid. It's a 0/0, okay. Ravenous, we already know what that is. Trample, Spawn Termagos. Whenever deals damage to a player, create that many 1/1 Tyranid creature tokens. Wow. Toxicrene. 3 and a green. It's a Tyranid. 2/4. Reach and Death Dodge. Hypotoxic Misma. All lands have tap, add 1 mana of any color, and lose all other abilities. Okay, so this will hurt the other players if they have special lands, but also you. So all lands just become, it can produce 1 color of any color, but it's nothing more. It turns off any other effects lands have. Interesting. Tyrant Guard, costing a X, 2 and a green. It's a Tyranid, 3/3. Ravenous, okay. And then he has Shield Wall. Sacrifice this one. Creatures you control with counters on them gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Nice. Hexproof means nobody but you can put spells and effects and abilities on them. And indestructible means they basically can't die. The only way to kill them is by removal spells or -1 tokens. Italian Jackal, costing 1, a red and a green. I'm saying wow because the art is so amazing. Creature, human Tyranid Scout, 2/2, trample, haste, skilled outrider. When Atlan Jackal deals combat damage to a player, you may search your library for a basic land card. Nice. Put it into your battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Wow, there's a lot of ramp already in this. Death Leaper, terror weapon, costing 2, a red and a green. Legend creature, Tyranid, it's a 3/3, flash and haste. Haste means it can attack, when it comes into play. Normally you have to wait a turn. Creature you control that enters the battlefield this turn have double strike. Ooh. Okay, interesting. But you want... So do you really want creatures that have haste. So this will have double strike the turn it comes into play. Okay, interesting. Then we have the first Tyrannic War, costing 2, a green, a blue, and a red. So, one mode, you put a creature card from your hand into the battlefield. Its mana cost contains X. It enters the battlefield with the number of +1/+1 counters equal to the number of lands you control. Oh! That's very nice. So you can be tapped out and you can have a free X spelled creature out. That's great. And 2 and 3 have the same out. Double the number of each kind of counter on target creature you control. Wow. That's very good. Gargoyle Flock, costing 2 green and a blue. It's a Tyranid Gargoyle. It's a 2/2 flying. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature enters the battlefield under your control this turn, create a 1/1 blue Tyranid Gargoyle creature, talking with flying. Goodness gracious. Gerson Starn, a Keller morph. It's a 1 blue and a red. Legendary creature, Tyranid human, 3/2. Ward 2, okay. 3 auto stubs. When another source you control deals actually 1 damage to permanent or player, Gerson Starn killer deals 2 damage to that permanent or player. Okay. Interesting when you have all these 1/1 Tyranids going around. Malanthrope, costing 1, a green and a blue. Tyranid flying, 2/2. Savage of the Dead. When Malanthrope enters the battlefield, exile target player's graveyard. Put a 1/1 plus counter on Malanthrope for each creature card exiled his way. Wow. So late game, this is going to be a big baddie, and it's flying. So you probably just, if you have it, they have some creatures in your graveyard, whatever, you just put it out there and it's going to be big. So exile target player, it can be yourself too. Just keep that in mind. Take that one with the most creatures in the graveyard to make it as big as you want, and flying, it's going to be great. Mavlock, costing X, a red and a green. It's a Tyranid 2/2 Ravenous, and it has also Terror from the Deep. When Mavlock enters the battlefield, it fights up to 1 target creature opponent's control. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. So fight means you take your power and give that damage to one of the creatures. You point out one of them, and they will take their power and give you that damage to that creature. So Mavlock will get, if I fighted this one, he will deal 2 damage to that, but that will deal 2 damage to him. But with the X spell, it's going to be bigger than that, and the fight is going to be amazing. So, wow. Okay. Ravener, X, green and a blue creature, Tyranid, 0/0 flash. Ravenous, but whenever Ravener enters the battlefield, target creature attacks target opponent this turn if able. Oh, very nice. So you can take the biggest, scariest creature on the table and say, well, you should attack that one instead of me. So a little bit, and it has flash, so you can use it as a political kind of a thing. Shadow of the Warp, costing 1, a red and a green. Enchantment. The first creature spell you cast each turn costs 2 less to cast. Wow! Whenever opponent casts their first non-creature spell each turn, Shadow of the Warp deals 2 damage to the player. Ooh, that's spicy. Tyranid Hariadan. 4 green and a blue. It's a Tyranid for 4 flying, ward 4. He has Wrecking Gargoyles. Whenever Tyranid Hariadan or another Tyranid you control deals combat damage to a player, make a 1/1 blue Tyranid Gargoyle creature with flying. Wow! There's so many amazing synergies and fun stuff in this deck. Tyranid Prime, costing 1, a green and a blue. Evolve. So, whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, if that creature has greater power or toughness than this creature, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. It's a 0/4, but it's going to be big. Other creature you control have also evolve. What the fuck? This is just super gravy, spicy stuff. Winged Hive Tyrant. Oh, sorry. 3, a blue and a red. Tyranid 4/4 flying haste. Nice. The will of the hive mind. Other creatures you control with counters on them have flying and haste. Oh, so all the X spells you already read here would have flying and haste. This card is a game ender. You put that out, every creature in your... Oh, yeah. This is a kill on sight if you are an opponent of this deck. Sonatrope. X, a blue and a red. It's a 0/0 Ravenous. Flying ward 2, ward plus. When it enters the battlefield, it deals X damage to any target. So good, so nice. Starstorm. I do believe this is actually a magic card from, Magic Universe. It's X and 2 red ones, instant. Deals X damage to each creature, but they also have cycling. If you don't want to keep it, you can discard it and draw a card instead of it. But yeah, this is very great if you are in a pickle. You can just kill everything. Abdudance, costing 2 and 2 green. Enchantment. Whenever you withdraw a card, you may instead choose a land or non-land and reveal it from top of your library until you reveal that card of the chosen kind. Put that card into your hand and put all other ones you revealed on the bottom of your library in any order. Yeah, we are definitely in magic cards, just with new awesome art. Death Present. Costing 5 and a green. Enchantment. Whenever a creature you control dies, put a X +1/+1 counters on target creature you control, where X is the power of the creature that died. Wow. Ooh, nice. Hardened Scales. Very nice. Costing 1 green is an enchantment. Well, if one or more +1/+1 counters would be put on a creature you control, put that many +1 +1/+1 counter on it instead. So just more. Yeah, baby. Icon of Ancestry. Costing 3 is an artifact. Enters battlefield, choose a creature type. Tyranid. Creatures you control with the chosen type, Tyranid, gets +1/+1. Okay, so not a counter, but they are getting bigger. 3, tap. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. If you may reveal a creature card from chosen type from among them and put that into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in randoms of orders. Then we have Cinderglade. Yeah, so that's a thing. Then we have Exotic Orchard. Very nice. Game Trail. Temple of Abaddon. Temple of Epiphany. Temple of Mystery. Then we are going in. So that is all the rare cards. Now we're going to uncommons. So now we have Gene Stealer Lucas, costing 3 and a blue. Tyranid Human at 3/3. Whenever a creature attacks you, it gets -1, -0 till end of turn. Whenever a creature attacks one of your opponent, it gets +0, +1 till end of turn. Okay. Acolyte Hybrid. 2 and a red. Tyranid Human, 2/2. Heavy Rock Cutter. Whenever Alkalith Hybrid attacks, destroy up to one target artifact. If an artifact is destroyed this way, its controller draws a card. Nice. Lovely art. Is it sharp still? Let's see. Okay. Aberrant. X, a green and a generic. Ravenous, he has Trample, is a 0/0, heavy power hammer. Whenever Aberrant deals combat damage to a player, destroy target artifact or enchantment that player controls. Huh. Hey, Bonka! Hello! Pure Strain Gene Stealer. 2 and a green, is a Tyranid, it's a 1/1. Gene Stealer enters the battlefield with 2+1/+1 counters on it, so it's actually 3/3. Whenever Pure Strain Gene Stealer attacks, you may remove a +1/+1 counter from it. If you do, search your library for a basic land card, put it into a battlefield tap, and then shuffle. Interesting. Tyranid Invasion, costing 3 and a green, sorcery. Create a number of 3/3 green Tyranid warrior creature tokens with trample equal to the number of opponents you have. Ah, that's interesting. Trigon Prime, costing 2, a green and a blue. Tyranid 4/4, Subterranean Assault. Whenever Trigon Prime attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it. And a +1/+1 counter on up to one other target creature, attacking creature. That creature can't be blocked this turn. Interesting. Venom Trope, costing 1, a green and a blue. He's a Tyranid. He has 2/2, flying, Death Touch, and Hexproof. So yeah, flying, Death Touch means it's, you know, whatever it touch, it dies. Hexproof means it can't be target of spells and abilities of your opponent. Goliath Truck, costing 4, is a vehicle, it's a 4/4. Stowage. Whenever Goliath Truck attacks, put +1/+1 counters on another target attacking creature. Oh, interesting. Crew is 2, so you tap any number of creatures you control with a total power 2 or more. Okay, then this becomes an artifact creature and you can attack with it. I've been here the whole time, but thought I'm also recording for YouTube's. So being quiet for not disturbing you. Ah, yeah, no worries. I'm not sure if I'm going to make a series of this for YouTube's, but no worries. We are, if it's going on YouTube, I just leave the Twitch chat on, you know, why not? It's, it is the content you are expecting from DiCEYGUY. It's going to be a little random, okay? It is what it is. How are you, my man? Atresaces? I don't know what's used, but what is that? I don't know. 3 and a blue. Instant. Return all attacking creatures to the owner's hand. Oh, yeah, you are attacking me. Nope, they're on your hand. Aye. And if there are tokens, oh, I guess they die then. Haha. Inspiring Call, costing 2 and a green, is an instant. Draw a card for each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it. Those creatures gain indestructible to end of turn. This is a magic card from, you know, Magic. So the next one is also that. Breed of the Hunt, costing 1, a green and a blue. Lovely art. Whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. Very good. Hullbreach, costing a red and a green, is a sorcery. Choose one. Destroy a artifact, destroy target enchantment, or destroy a artifact and target enchantment. Herald's Horn, costing 3, artifact, enters battlefield, choose a creature type, Tyranid. Creature spells you choose the chosen zone cost 1 less to cast. Okay, very nice. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top of your library. If it's a creature card of the chosen type, Tyranid, you may reveal that and put it into your hand. Very good, very nice. Okay, then we have Soul Ring, and this is the Soul Ring with the Tyranid symbol. It's a 1, and it's an artifact, and it makes you 2 generic mana. Then we have Ash Barrens, Frontier Bjuhr, okay. Then we have Unclaimed Territory. Yeah. And then we go into the common stuff, and this is also a magic card. Cultivate, costing 2 and a green. Sorcery, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Reveal those cards. Put one of them into your battlefield tapped and the other one into your hand, then shuffle. Explore, it's a 1 and a green. Sorcery, you may play an additional land this turn and draw a card. Farseek, awesome art. A generic and a green. Sorcery, search your library for a plains, an island, a swamp, or a mountain. So no forest. Coming into battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Harrow, costing 2 and a green, instant. An additional cost costing this spell, sacrifice a land. Search your library for 2 basic land cards. Put them into your battlefield, then shuffle. So they come into play not tapped. So you just sacrifice one of the ones you are already tapped to use for this spell, and you will have 2 fresh lands ready. New Horizons, costing 2 and a green. Enchantment Aura, enchant land. When New Horizons enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Enchanted land has add 2 mana of any one color. Overgrowth, costing 2 and a green. Enchantment Aura, enchant land. Whenever enchanted land is tapped for mana, controllers adds an additional 2 forests. Okay, Rampant Growth, costing 1 and a green. Sorcery, search your library for basic land card. Put that card into the battlefield tap, then shuffle. They are very nice. Yeah, they are looking very good. Arcane Signet, look at this art. Costing 2, an artifact. Add 1 mana of any one color of your commander's colors identity. Okay. Then we have Cave of Temptation. Command Tower. Evolving Wilds. Opal Palace. Path of Ancestry. Rugged Highlands. Thermophic Expanse. Thorburn Fails, and then we go into the basic lands, which are rest of the cards, and we are just going to flip through them. And that's the deck. This is how the Tyranid thing are, and yeah, we made it. And now our children is down here, so I think I need to stop recording and ask them what they want to do. They probably want to game more games, I don't know. Okay, anyways, thank you all for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye! Thank you so much for watching the whole thing. So if you want to see more thoughts and tactics about each and every one of these decks, comments below, and I will get a little feeling if anybody wants to see more in depth about these decks. I do think they are extremely nice decks, and there are a lot to think about, and a lot of synergies, and a lot of fun things you can do. And if you want, I can do a little teaching of how to play the commander and stuff like that. But it's a lot of work, so I need to have a little confirmation that people actually want to watch that before I put myself into that work frame. Okay, anyways, thank you all for watching. And thank you, a special thank you to everybody that's a Patreon, and tabletopbattle.no, and ripperminiatures.com for, you know, being there supporting this channel.